Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Lord Bane video. Today's going to be a little bit different, and we're going to be talking about my Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes wish list for 2024. And you've guys probably seen a few videos about this before with the new road ahead. Everyone's kind of putting their speculation in what's going to be happening this year, and I think there's a lot of Galactic Republic and Separatist Phantom Menace focus this year. That's quite obvious with the new raid that's coming in June time later this year. So we'll move on to what I'm going to discuss here. I'll talk about a few things that I really want to look forward to. Something with Squad Arena. I want that to be rehashed. I want unlimited refreshes. I want free refreshes. It's a cost really to only content creators, I guess, to continuously pay the crystal charge, which isn't really a big deal, but it's still income that can be going into in-game resources. So, and more than 20 attempts, like, come on, Squad Arena isn't a competitive game mode. It shouldn't be a competitive game mode. The stuff in there is kind of worthless. I don't know. It's probably just an ego thing to get number one these days. People seem to still be invested in Squad Arena. I just use it to basically test what I can. I want to talk about territory battles really quick here. I wish territory battles, once you unlocked Reaver, could have another special unit or character that you can grind after that. It obviously is a bigger guild issue where you unlock Reaver and then it's basically you're just trying to max out your stars. But really the difference between one star is not really that much. It's not really worth the investment that you have to go through. Once you get to, I think, 30, 35 plus stars, I think, is that the max people have gotten? I can't remember. We hit 31 last time round, and really, the extra crystals are nice, but really you don't really notice the other materials that you get. Then the difference between it's not really worth the amount of operations, the amount of relics we invest into these characters to actually get that extra star. So something I've been talking about recently is that new planet. New planets they're talking about is Naboo and Mandalore for territory battles. So they did something recently with Zepho, and now they're going to do something with Naboo and Mandalore. I would love to see an exclusive character maybe in one of these zones. For instance, Naboo, we could maybe have a ship like the Naboo starfighter. Young Anakin flew through the Phantom Menace. I think something like that would be cool. Maybe piloted by maybe one of the new marquee Naboo Galactic Republic units further down the road. And Mandalore, we could have like anything. We could have Armlek, the old Prime Minister, or even maybe a member of the Death Watch. Like, the opportunities are endless, and I just wish, because it's an issue where once you unlock Reaver, you're just doing those missions and operations. It's just, you do the same thing every time and you put on auto and you're done. If we had that extra incentive to maybe build up a team and do something similar like Reaver but on a different character, I think it'd be awesome. It'd add a new feel to territory battles. Maybe if your guild has just entered the Rise of the Empire territory battle, you can choose then, maybe we want Reaver first, or maybe we can go for something in Naboo, or go for something in, I don't know, the Death Star, which is last. But anyway, you know what I mean. If we had more characters, exclusive characters in there to farm, it'd take, I don't know, 12 months or so. I think Reaver from Unlock people took about 12 months to get her, which is a long time, but in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes terms, a year is really not that long. Alright, so those are probably the two biggest things I want to talk about, and these next six that I'm going to discuss, I'll go slide by slide, and hopefully you guys are on my wavelength and how this I'm going to why these are on my wish list for this year. Alright, we're going to talk about two teams in particular here, which I recently have tested and I have a little issue with, and I think many of you also have a concern, because I get a lot of comments saying, oh, can I use Django somewhere else, or can you swap out this and that for the other? And this is really an issue with the Maul DeLoreans and also the Trench team. With Trench, you really want the 5 core team. He basically points out each character in Trench's kit what he needs. He needs Extortion, which is from Newt. He needs Burning from Django. He needs, I think Dooku is just there because he is. And what all the tech, it's the team. You can't, if you take out of it, you're losing a chunk of, well, a fifth of Trench's kit. So, and Maul, the same thing goes. He needs Darkside Mandalorians to really take advantage of the Imperial Super Commando unique ability with all that true damage. And people are like, well, that's cool, you can do that stuff with Trench, or that's cool, you can do with stuff with Mando, but I want to use Django with Trench, or I want to use Django with Mandalorians. Like, is there a substitute for this? And this is where I want to fix this issue. Well, I want CG to fix this issue where one character is solid in 2 teams, but you can't have both. And they did kind of solve this with Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, but as we see with the new Datacron set, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon with Imperial Remnants is insane, and it'd be a real waste to just chuck him as the 5th in a Maul team. And he's not a he doesn't assist with Maul on his Anguish Blast. It just feels clunky. He can revive Maul, but it's pretty niche. So, and that's just a little photo of Dr. Moff Gideon there. So, I really want them to add something that could fill Maul's Django's spot in the Maul team, because lore-wise, Django was nowhere near a part of actual Mandalorians. Maul didn't even know who he was. Having said that, Lord Vader and Maul are on the same team. So Maul wanted to kill Lord Vader. The lore is not really focused in this game, we'll say, but it makes more sense that Django is with the Separatists, because as we see in the Clone Wars movie, Django was on Geonosis with Count Dooku. You get the idea. So what I want to see this year to fix this is Pre-Vizsla Death Watch, or Amalek the Prime Minister. So if you guys should have watched, I think it's season 5 of the Clone Wars, where season 5 or 6, no, it's 5, where Maul is conquering Mandalore with the Death Watch and Pre-Vizsla. I think this would be a perfect character, especially Pre-Vizsla. Maybe some additional tunes, just maybe some expendable people. But Pre-Vizsla, talking about Rise of the Empire before, I reckon he would make a perfect fit for maybe an exclusive character like Reva to be on the planet Mandalore for territory battles. And he would be your 5th character for that Maul team. Or, new Maul team, have Maul as the lead and a Death Watch as his other characters. I know it's a far-stretched idea, but I think it'd be a cool thing to see. Like, we've already kind of covered our Mandalorian section. Like, end of last year was mostly Mandalorian stuff, but I really hope Death Watch or something like that can fill Django's spot in the Maul team. And obviously, guys, I just want to chuck this in here. Crosshair is another one I want to see. Bad Batch is really incomplete without him. Omega does not count. She is trash. I can't stand her. Shark T is a way better 5th, and maybe even a 4-man might be just better for Banner's sake. But I really want to see Crosshair. He's maybe once season 3 of Bad Batch is over, maybe they'll finally release Crosshair into the game. So those are probably 2 things I want to see this year as well. We'll move on to my next topic here, which would be if I had an Omicron upgrade I wanted to give someone, it would be Gas. Now, I've got a few reasons for this. One, Gas, I will say, Gas is good in the early game. I did, on my free-to-play account, I did get Gas as my first big unit, and he's great. He was great for me. But especially towards the end, or even late middle to end game, Gas starts to lose his viability really quickly, and it's because he's not great on offense for banners. He will get through some tough teams for you, but at the price of being efficient, which is not great because most of the meta now in Grand Arena is all about efficiency. And if you chuck him on defense, he's really easy banners for CLS, even resistance. He's becoming more beatable recently. Even Wampa nowadays can get through gas. So I would love to see a Omicron that maybe boosts his protection banners. He recovers protection. That would be insane, especially trying to get him to sit down. If he's constantly recovering protection, you could really stall out him sitting down and trying to take out the clones. I could really see a gas meta coming up if an Omicron like that would come to the 501st. So I want to see a gas Omicron or something that will get another clone, maybe Jesse, to boost the gas team because he's kind of hurting at the moment. And especially when there's other epic concentration characters like the new one, Bo-Katan. She's kicking some serious butt right now. And Gas is just kind of sitting in the background all scared. So I would like to see something for Gas to come along this year. Especially being a prequel feel. It's a prequel year, I believe. Now I want to talk about Conquest character. What I want to see this year is Bode. Maybe something not many have thought of, but we got Malicos last year, and I think it's only fitting since we got Jedi Knight Cal Kestis from Jedi Survivor. We should get our main villain here, Bode. And I think this would do... Bode would be a great unit for maybe unaligned Force users, but I'm thinking more Empire based. He's doing it for the Empire. Well, not for the Empire, but for the protection of his daughter. He's working for the Empire. So I reckon it would be a great boost to Lord Vader, maybe, possibly. I know it's after... Bode was around after Lord Vader. He's Darth Vader by then. But it would be a good boost to Empire. They already are working really well at Empire at the moment, but I think he would be a good unaligned Force user and an Empire character. Yeah, I think he'd be great. I know some people are thinking of like a Separatist droid, General... what's his name? I can't quite remember his name, but the square droid head with 3 eyeballs. Yeah, a lot of people are trying to wanting to see him in the game, and we have was it every 3 months we have a conquest? So 4 conquest characters, I believe, we get every year. So there's definitely an opportunity for I can't remember his name for other characters to come out, but I want to see Bode this year. I think it'll be great. All right. We are getting a GL this year. Usually, we get a GL this year. And last GL we got was Leia, light side. So I'm assuming we're going to get a dark side GL this year. And because we are heading towards starting the year off in the Phantom Menace, I'm thinking it's going to be a Separatist GL. Separatists are probably the biggest faction at the moment that doesn't have a GL. I've got a few options here, but I'm not really sold on most of them. So we could possibly have a Grievous. He is the general of the droid army. Like, he had a huge presence in the Clone Wars, and he was pivotal in most battles. You could argue, though, we've already got a Grievous. He's already got a team. Why would you make another Grievous? Just put a cape on him. He's a GL now. We've also got Chisel Chin Count Dooku. A lot of people want Pajama Dooku, but obviously that's never going to happen. But Chisel Chin Dooku from the Clone Wars, I think, is another good option for a GL. We've only got one Dooku here from the live action Clone Wars in-game with Trench. Maybe we could have a Clone Wars version of Dooku. He also played a massive part in leading the Separatists throughout the Clone Wars as well. But I think something that will be more possible is a Chancellor Palpatine. Now, I'm a little bit two-sided on this because we already have a Palpatine GL, so Sith Eternal. do we really want two GLs of the same person? I don't know. I think it'd be awesome. I think Chancellor Palpatine would be an awesome character to make. He could be intertwined with Galactic Republic, who could be involved with the Separatists. He'd work in multiple factions. I think that would be an awesome GL. But having said that, he could definitely be maybe just a conquest or a special character, maybe earn on Naboo. Maybe he's just the Senator Palpatine. So I think these are probably the three most likely GLs we should get this year. Maybe I'm missing a Separatist character that could be is GL worthy, but I really believe these are probably the three most Separatist prequel dominant characters. For the light side, I think we covered most of it. Maybe a Qui-Gon Jinn, but we've already got really a Qui-Gon team. I don't think we need a Galactic Legend for him. I don't know. Write your ideas in the comments. I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say. I think we got one more here. What capital ship are we expecting this year to dominate the meta? I think it's obvious that we're going to get Admiral Trench's Invincible here. But when I'm thinking of this, that means will they have to release more Separatist ships? Because if they do this, the Malevolent Grievous's ship isn't going to have... Like, how would you split that? There's just not enough ships there. We also had the Leviathan last year, which is a dark side ship, so maybe we are expecting a light side ship. So what kind of light side capital ship? Like, we've got Maces that does Jack All at the moment. Maybe a clone officers. I don't know. I think the most obvious one is going to be Trenches, but they'd have to do some serious ship releases for Separatists. So, yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking of for this year. I'd like to see TB being updated. I'd like to see Squad Arena fixed. I'd like to see Bode as a conquest character. I'd like to see Crosshair released this year. I want to see the Django tug of war between Trench and Maul fixed. I want Death Watch to be here. I want Gas to have Omicron. And I just hope this game keeps on going because I love making content for it. So, guys, if you have any ideas of what maybe we could be getting this year, please dump a comment in there. Like and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys. And yeah, hopefully I've got a video coming out during the week of hopefully Padme doing some work against Jabba. I've been on a real roll against Jabba's lately, so we'll see how we go. And I'll get back to you during the week. So have a good one, guys, and I'll see you later.